right, welcome back for another CBSI Hot 10 show. Make sure you go and check out the article over on comicbookinvest.com, where I might put a few more details and notes that we don't cover here on the show tonight. Also, check out all the articles over there, as well as all the content we have on the channel right here. Make sure that you like, you subscribe, you hit the alert button so you don't miss anything. Keep telling your friends so we can keep growing the channel. And if you want to see this week's list, just hang on for a few seconds and we will be right back.
Notable sales.
And our first book.
Our first book, we got Starling Comics 49. When you think about iconic covers, you got Phantom Lady 17, you've got Chamber of Chills 19, the Misfit cover, and then you've got with Starling Comics the Bender cover, most famously known for that. I mean, they are just like all on the same level. Unfortunately, somebody slabbed this with a CBCS label instead of a CGC label, but this Schomburg cover still looks amazing.
It presents amazingly well.
Yeah.
Red Dress Distress.
There you go. CBCS 4.5 sold for 13,200. Before that, CGC 2.5 sold for 8. That was last April in 23. Once again, I really would like to see what the kind of number there is. If we could have got something similar in the grading system, because you got an 8.5 for 23,400 in 24.
Just this last month.
So you know, it's over a year and a half, 2 grades down. You know, is that 5K more? Probably. It's probably more than that if it's in a CGC. But I mean,
it was tough. It was tough finding comps.
That's a respectable price considering what that CGC 8.5 went for. It's a very respectable price. People, I mean, I don't know. I think people tend to give CBCS a little bit of room when it comes to Golden Age stuff. Sometimes more so than some.
I mean, anywhere across the board, it's always under. I mean, you're going to get less.
You're not get the CGC premium, but
I mean, let's be honest about it. It's just so that people can complain to try to get something cheaper. You know, I'm not promoting either one. I'm just stating the facts. And CGC sells for higher, so that people can complain about CBCS sells for lower, and they can try to get the book cheaper off of you.
And that's the new slabbing on there too. So this
is real news.
Recently slabbed.
I don't like how
I don't either.
Every time I see
it, I was like, "Is that PGX?"
Yeah, dang, you should have said that. I was trying not to say that, but either way, I mean, hey, listen, it's a sweet book. It looks very clean.
But I wonder if there's other weird issues with it, because that cover looks ridiculously clean for a 4.5 in a Golden Age.
Well, you can see it's really
looks like there's a little tear.
There is, but that's for Golden Age. No, Joe brings up a solid point for Golden Age.
Corner scuffing.
Yeah, there's a little corner scuffing there. You know, obviously there's ticks, but there's one it looks like maybe a little bit, maybe an inch tear in the right above the shoes. That's not enough to bring it down to a 4.5. You see a little bit of color fading on the top corner. There we go.
There's a crease here too.
Yeah, a little bit of color.
That shit'll press.
But it's really not. You're right. I mean, it is really nice.
But those are tiny, small ticks for a Golden Age. You see a little bit of. There is some color breaking in the middle. There's color break. It looks like the color's been taken off there. Yep, the chipping off of that. You know, so we don't know if they're foxing on the inside.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen Golden Age in slabs. It looks like a blind person just stuffed it into a slab.
No, I've seen it. Looks like a dog chewed on it, spit it into the slab, and it got a 3.0. So you know, this looks pretty good. There's got to be some other interior problems with this, maybe back issues or back. Can you go up to the cover right where it says CBCS and see if there's any little notes on that?
No, it does. I was looking. It just says airbrush cover, classic robot.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Story and art.
Why don't they call it classic robot / Bender style? That's what they should call it. It would probably sell for more. Either way, sweet book. Congratulations to whoever saw it. Even more congratulations to whoever bought it and is going to crack it and resubmit it for CGC. Good job.
And get a lower grade.
Yeah, and get a 3.5 on it.
I get a lower grade. Yeah, probably sell for the same. No, they're giving out 9.9s now.
That's true. Just giving them away.
But they're bending you over on every other grade now too.
I earned that grade. All right.
Well, with that, let's get over to CGC and see what they got for us. And it is
it's a respectable 7.0 of an X-Men #1. That's X-Men's Hot. So from the weird 90s stuff all the way back to the beginning. So this 7.0 sold for $40K. That's a nice jump from that last December 2023 sale of 21.6. So that's a big hop. It's very healthy. I mean, it's a bellwether book. It's a big boy book. It should be there.
Look, 7.0 is
all the X-Men stuff that's moving right now.
One day
this book deserves to be.
Get one.
I think there's two things that this shows. We kind of talked about this in TAC the other day, so if you haven't seen it, you can go back and rewind it. But the top 10 books, 1 through 10 for the X-Men is probably undervalued at this point. One, obviously not that much now that you're getting 7.0 selling for $40K, but some of the other ones, again, those top issues compared to, books of its ilk are really undervalued. Also, so you're going to see some of those prices jump. But number 2, the fan base for X-Men, it's real. Like you can say that it's the hype train, but there really was a palatable, maybe welling up that they were hoping that a project would give them the same feels that when they first either read an X-Men book or when they first saw the cartoon, and it's delivered. And you're seeing the fandom pay back and get real excited and reestablish giant price hikes across multiple books and whatever their childhood memory is. So,
but and it's not just X-Men 97. It's the Deadpool and Wolverine. You got all the characters cameoing and showing up there. You got talk of a future X-Men movie and rumors starting to pop out.
Well, you're going to have that, but there's always been rumors of X-Men.
But you got all three happening at once, so it's a nice steady push all at once.
Having some good product come out and then build onto the rumors is that is also true.
Actually,
it doesn't matter.
Content.
Yeah, and then having a fan base like the X-Men does, that's like the perfect storm for any of these franchises. I mean, shoot, if the Avengers could do it, a franchise that not many people cared about, then I wonder why people are surprised about X-Men.
How long has Disney had the rights now since they bought Fox? Like, it's been years. And we're still waiting. We're like, we know we're gonna get X-Men. We know we're gonna get.
Well, there were all the issues with the actors too, being under
their contracts. You
would have had to have cast them, and so.
But this is right around the time it says it's going to happen. And it's happening, so I don't think this is a big surprise to anybody.
And like I said, healthy bounce back. Not an all-time high, but quite a bounce back. But
good
with
for
that,
entertainment, good for the market.
Those were our notables. Now let's get into the actual list with
number 10.
All right, number 10. I drew the short straw and have to read the longest title in the world. This is the Armory Wars Good Apollo on Burning Star 4, Volume 2, Number 1, the 1 in 40 incentive.
I didn't quite get that. Can you read it again?
Yeah, what are those words?
After all that, this is apparently Coheed and Cambria's final story arc for this comic tale they've been telling.
Oh.
I don't really remember this. All I know is it is a gorgeous Tula Lotte cover. It is a 1 in 40, so it is a higher ratio incentive for Boom. Like, they don't generally go, well, that's not true. I guess they kind of do sometimes. I don't know. I just didn't know what this title was, and this title is way too long.
Yeah, I was personally disappointed in myself there with missing. I saw Tula posted a picture of this like 2 days ago, and I was like, "What's this? Ooh, another Lotte cover?" And then I realized, it's coming out Wednesday.
Yeah, and granted, not a ton. There's only about a dozen sales, but 50 to 60, it's still a decent amount above that ratio mark of 1 in 40. So we'll see. I mean, this is the kind of thing that might dry up quick, but at the same time, it might also get forgotten about quickly because it's not a popular title, at least to me. So calm down, all you Coheed and Cambria fans. Don't
all three of you relax.
But there are Lotte chasers out there like myself that will buy this just because
all 6 of you. Cover. Yeah, okay, the 6 of those. So 9 total. Okay, cool. All right, good stuff.
Oh yeah, with Joe, they're even 10.
There you go. There it is. There it is. Hey, that's why it's at number 10.
I'm okay with that.
That's why it's at number 10.
Shame.
And with that, let's get on to our next book.
Number 9.
Back on the list, kind of.
Peach. Spider-Woman 7 makes a reappearance in the list at number 9. But this time, we're just talking about the Peach Momoko cover. So the Assembly... The Assembly has made their appearance, but this book seems to be still moving up there, still getting some numbers on it. So, I mean, 40 sales isn't bad volume on a book that just came out.
Just for this cover.
Just for this, just for this cover. And an average 20 to 30 on this is not bad. Those sets for 40 to 50, probably a lot of people probably buying the sets now too, just to get all three. But
this is just. But now they're selling just the sets with A.
Oh,
like this last week they were selling the sets about that price for all three, but now it's just like the Peach and the A, or the Todd Knock and the A. Like, it's weird. They're kind of breaking up their sets into different piles now.
They're spreading out their peaches.
And the price is going up a tiny bit. The A and the other one, the A and the B are more still 15 to 20 . This is, again,
millions
20
of
to 30,
peaches.
so.
This is the best cover of the three. And this was the better. This
and
was
yet
the better
it
cover.
doesn't have the characters that people are buying this for on it. Or the other ones have some.
Yeah, like people missing out on some of those assembly characters.
Yeah, like, is it just all the black suit Spidey fans? They got to get all the black suit covers? I don't know. But
we're gonna miss out on Cadet Marvel or
yeah, all those great characters like Liberty and
so
it is what it is.
I'm happy to see Momoko have a nice looking cover in the list.
Yeah, it's a better one. It is a better one for her. I will admit that. But let's see what we got next.
Number 8.
Free Comic Book Day was last weekend.
Oh, yeah, Free Comic Book Day. If you didn't get last weekend, hopefully you got it before this weekend, because the Energon universe, everybody's talking about it still. It's doing great. We got Slizlardo's first appearance in this one. Apparently he has a cousin who's a gummy bear, so maybe the gummy bears are going to make an appearance in the Energon universe. You never know.
That would be awesome.
That would be, dude, could you imagine? Like,
I can. I'm singing the song in my head right now.
Yeah. Gummy bears here and there, and they bounce around and knock somebody's head off. Killer gummy bears. Either way,
gummy berry juice. It's like Energon cubes versus gummy berry juice. Like, there's a whole different fuel war.
Worst gummy bears are those Hasbro or whatever they're called. Those are the worst. About 200 sales. Haribo's, yeah, they're terrible.
Yeah, just don't get the sugar-free ones.
They're all terrible. I like the cinnamon ones.
About especially if you eat too many.
Yeah, they're like laxatives. The sugar-free
they'll flush you out.
Yeah.
Well, good thing we're talking about gummy bears. I guess I should have brought up that little tidbit because there's a 15 minutes speech on what type of gummy bears to eat. Okay, about 200 sales of this free Comic Book Day. That's not free. Average sales are $4, highs of $8. If you list it as cousin of gummy bears, first appearance Slizlardo, you can probably sell it for $8. If not, you're probably averaging closer to the $4 range.
Yeah, gotta put that Slizlardo in there.
Slizlardo.
You got to hand it to Skybound. They've done a great job of keeping interest in this universe, starting with Void Rivals and rolling through the different titles. Yeah. They've kept that train rolling for a little while, which is
listen, nice. I'll be the first to admit that I did not think they were going to do a great. I've said this 100 times.
I was worried as well.
I was right on top when they said we're coming out with Duke first. I said you're making a huge mistake. They were not. They were not making a huge mistake.
Duke is more of a number 2.
That's a good joke. But they've been hitting home runs. They continue to hit home runs, and I don't even think like the people who get the typical haters that just hate the world because especially anything that goes good have anything to hate about, because people will just poo-poo them down because this is so good. So there you go.
Yeah,
do good. Slizlardo.
Hey, for again,
cousin.
Free book. It's not bad to be able to get a couple bucks, I guess.
Poo you down.
Yeah. Speaking of Free Comic Book Day,
number 7.
We got another one.
What did we do?
Yes, born out of his desperation to protect New York City when his brothers leave him, we have the first appearance of the Night Watcher, straight out of the 2007 TMNT animated movie or CGI movie. You get your Free Comic Book Day 2024 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1 first appearance of the Night Watcher. 300 plus sales, average $4 to $5, high sale of $10. Is Raphael going to continue being the Night Watcher in this series?
Can I just ask a question?
Sure.
You can.
How come TMNT is like the only property where you can just repackage the same character, just give them a different name, and people expect that to be a first appearance? Like it sells for like it's a first appearance because it's Ralph. Night Watcher's Ralph. Ronin was who?
Who's Ralph?
Raph. Michelangelo. But it's the same characters, right? It's the same 4 turtles.
Pizzas with Slizlardo.
Yeah,
we don't
Cesaro
know if
got
it's Raphael yet. You have to pick up issue 1.
We know it's Ralph.
But they did that even with the toys. They got you to buy all the different toys where it's
no, you just bought a different. No, true. But hey, the first
baseball player.
Huh?
Yeah. How many different versions of Wolverine do you need? You got James Howlett, you got Patch, you got Logan, you got Weapon X.
They got a whole team of them now.
Yeah,
like Turtles.
Well, Weapon X doesn't sell for like what? I mean, it doesn't sell as a first appearance.
Yeah, Old Man Logan. Like how many versions of Wolverine do you need?
And the only reason
how many clones you have a Logan?
Kind of cool.
Yeah,
Patch is probably one of the coolest.
Well,
ones.
Weapon X actually is doing pretty good these days because of the Deadpool rumors that they'll tackle that subject.
Point being, is that all the turtles got? Make another female turtle.
Who's watching the Night Watcher?
Who's watching
the Day Watcher?
Night Man.
They just gave
it's not gonna be Raphael.
They just gave you 2 new female turtles. You got Jenica and then
how long ago was that? That was like
Venus Milo.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
Stop now.
Gotta love turtles.
Oh man, I have a J-Man song stuck in my head from It's Always Sunny.
What happens if this turns out to be Donatello though? Are you gonna be upset, Matt?
No. Why would I be upset?
Just wondering.
Wondering. Anyway, still another free book selling pretty well. So
free book selling for money is interesting.
Number 6.
Hey, look, we got a DC book for Bruce.
What? Oof. They had to reach really far down in the quarter boxes for this book. DC 1 in million #1. There's news of people speculating that it's Solaris. It's Solaris' first appearance. If you didn't see the pulling up a boot freaking Superman reveal yesterday, you're missing out. 70+ sales, hanging around $10. I don't know. I think it's War World attacking Earth. I don't think Solaris is going to be in Superman. Just my belief.
When he's around.
I've taken to calling that picture "Saving the World After Passionate After Sex."
Hey, Bruce,
putting his boots back on.
The money's on the nightstand.
Can I ask a question about Solaris?
Sure.
Is he a cousin of one of the Fraggle Rocks? Is this what we're doing here?
He's a gummy
bear.
It was
that would be kind of cool.
He's a Care Bear cousin.
George Clooney.
Care Bear? Okay, Care
Bear. Local traveling cats banging on the door, getting soups. We gotta go. Solaris is here.
Oh,
spiky eyeball? No, it's just a glowy thing outside. We got time.
It's an eclipse. Yeah. Well, good for this. Good for DC. Cheers.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since we got something in here from them.
Yeah, good for them.
Mostly because X-Men 97's just been dominating.
Can we have stop whining about X-Men 97 now?
Nope, because we're getting right into the top half of the list.
Number 5.
Speak of the devil.
Man, I'm glad I got that break. My back was really hurting. At number 5, we have X-Men 97, #1. The Todd cover, this prequel to X-Men 97. Like the boys were saying, if you just couldn't scratch that X-Men 97 itch and you needed to know what happened before the first episode of X-Men 97, well, I know 20+ sales, average 15 to 23 bucks. I still at $23.
It's not bad. It's just this cover too, for whatever reason.
About a month old. Because
the others, they don't like it. Like, doesn't matter. Even though they're nice, like the Ben Harvey Rogue's not bad. The David Mack.
It's got everybody on it. It's got the real tone of the cartoon. Yeah.
So weird. I guess that's the
what is Jubilee doing to Beast?
She's riding that bareback, and massaging his shoulder. It looks like.
I think she dislodged her leg from her hip.
Right. So. How's that thing? Whatever. Okay.
The left leg is.
Gambit looks kind of like maybe he might be part of the guild, right? But not the Thieves Guild, maybe the Lollipop Guild.
Yeah, Gambit's hair looks like it's got a mind of its own.
Yeah.
You don't love the flowy locks? You can just
I don't know.
Interesting qua.
Yeah.
Going on.
But hey, rock and roll. It's about a month-old book. Selling for just $15. Pretty sweet.
People just can't get enough of X-Men right now.
Storm also has a new power where she can just grow her hair out like that. Because she went from a mohawk to just a full-on
cartoons, bro. Cartoons.
I know.
Just saying. And she has the power to change her costume in the blink of an eye too.
Well, you could change costume. Growing hair out ain't as easy.
Her costume changed as her hair grew out. It was just like
No explanation for that.
Costume on. But anyway,
cartoons, guys, cartoons.
It's cartoons. I know. Speaking of which,
Number 4.
I hope you saw this week's cartoon because
spoiler, Wolverine 75. The first appearance of Bone Claws. Am I the only one sick of here seeing X-Men books?
No,
I think I am.
I think I love X-Men books.
You might be. You and Dub.
I'm really like, can't wait for this cartoon to be over so we can get back to normal books again.
Oh yeah, that's what we need. Garbage.
I want more DC 1 million Polaris.
Yeah, I actually think it's cool to see the '90s X-Men stuff getting some love.
Yeah, dude. Can you believe how many years have you gone through, been diving and seeing these foil glossy card covers and been like, oh, remember the '90s? Nobody's ever gonna buy this shit again.
Come on, I hope they adapt Phalanx Covenant next because I want to see some of those pop.
I want to go back to
right.
crapping on the latest Marvel second print Virgin 250 ratio.
No, I'm tired.
Yeah, 6 print 1 and 25. I got what you're saying.
But hey, listen.
But I got 100 sales, averaging 10 to 15, a high of 25 for this book.
I'll tell you this: if DC gets the love like this when they come out with something, I'm all for it too, man. Anytime that you get fans truly excited,
They did for a while. Every time James Gunn tweets something.
We have all the gun rumors.
Yeah, that wasn't the same type of love because that was like 1 week for one tweet and then it disappears. This is like going on for a month because of good product coming out.
A couple months.
And fans really,
people have freaking short boxes of these things laying around.
Yeah.
I would say long boxes of these things, not short boxes.
I'm trying to be nice to these people.
But hold on. Once again, do know that this also is pretty good for the digging hobby because people are running around digging through stuff, picking these books up, and then they do get a little bit of payoff. I mean, the payoff after eBay might only be $3, but it's still
$3 after taxes.
Yeah, after taxes. But hey, I mean, shipping. At least what are they doing it for?
Fun. It's the thrill of the hunt.
Yeah, it's really the thrill of the hunt for a lot of people. Yeah, but it's the thrill of the hunt for a lot of you. Dude, you do this, Bruce, every time. Fun. You don't love every book you buy. Sometimes I see some of the pictures. There's no reason you should be buying that book. You just show it off because you got the book. Like that, it's okay. That's part of this hobby. There is definitely a group in this hobby.
I love all the ugly Harley covers I bought. All right,
sure. My point is,
yes, you're right. A good chunk of this hobby is about peacocking. Hey, look
what I got for $1. So it's good. This is good, very good for the hobby. So. Good, keep it up. At least the X-Men can do it. DC maybe not so much.
Well, I hope you're not tired of them because we're still going.
Right?
Number 3.
Yeah, more X-Men, and this one's back again.
Yeah, Bruce. Oh, I guess this is me because I said I don't really like this. I dislike the storyline. I don't like Onslaught. I think whatever is stupid. It's got to be an it nowadays. But I think it's stupid. But people like X-Men 53, please buy at least 10 more copies of this book, in the next week for double the price. Thank you very much. 100 plus sales, averaging $15 to $20. CGC 9/8, 130. The rumor is that this is the end of 97 is going to lead up to the Onslaught storyline
for season 2.
For season 2. If it does, I hope it's very short. I don't want
to blow through it in one episode.
Good.
No deal.
I hope so. That's what it deserves because what comes after Onslaught is really good in X-Men. So let's go.
That's true. What if they can spin out some Heroes Reborn and give us some other shows of other
instead of punching myself in the nuts, I'll punch you in the nuts if that happens.
No, I don't want them to adapt those.
You said you want Heroes Reborn. You said you want Heroes Reborn.
No.
Somebody clip that. Pete said he wanted Heroes Reborn.
No, you misunderstood. I don't want those stories adapted, but I wouldn't mind seeing some more quality animated shows of other characters apart from just the X-Men.
Oh, I agree. I wouldn't mind.
Get ready because Spider-Man the animated series is coming back after the success of this. So.
And that means that also means hold on. That also means Silver Surfer is coming too. But then it also means Iceman's coming. So
the Iceman cometh.
All right. Yeah. I mean, whatever is. I mean, they did a great job with animation. Let them run.
Yeah. I give him some room. Give him some room to breathe.
Let the birds fly, baby.
Number 2.
Got another one for you.
And another one.
You saw post rip out. Now you got them being ripped out. So, yeah, it's still going. You know, we saw the end of the episode. If you haven't seen it, I don't know. There's no real spoiler alert as to what's happened at the end of X-Men 97. So, you know, this is where it happens, and that drives 200 plus sales of this book. So that's a good healthy number of volume for this book, and averaging at 15 to 20 bucks with that CGC 9.8 at 160. That's good. That's good healthy movement on a book.
And a fun price, right? Like this is a very
it's not going to break anybody's back.
It's a fun price because it's not cracking $200 for 9.8s. You know, you're getting 120, 160, right? Like that's fine. If you want to waste that money, you probably waste the same amount on scratchers every month. And then, you know, average book here going for 15 to 20. Realistically, people are picking these up for $1 to $5. So like, good for you.
And if you accidentally spent $15 to $20 for it, that's not that huge of a loss when it goes back down to $1.
Yeah,
you probably spend more. You probably spend more on scratchers. So
the bulk of it has been since Wednesday, since people saw the episode. But I will say, I did tell you about this.
It was starting to catch up. Yeah.
Hot tip.
That's what I say. I want to know
you're going here.
What the Google statistics are on the number of people that Googled what issue did Wolverine get his adamantium ripped out after Wednesday.
Yeah. But Matt, that. Who cares?
No, I know. It's great. I'm not saying. Thing. I'm just saying it's like this is such a an obscure issue that if you're not someone who is big into comics, you wouldn't know. Oh, X-Men 25. You know, so just to know how many people really actually Googled that and then went and bought the book. Yeah.
For those that who haven't read this book or don't know this book, like the panel that you see in the show is there's a panel in this book that's it.
The end of this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like ripped right from it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I agree, Matt. But I think that's the fun part of it. Like, and I'm actually, you know, a lot of times like the pump or whatever, I'm not huge into it. I try to call it out, but this is like the good fun part of the market when people are looking it up to figure it out, to snag it real quickly, and it's not generally going to just cause the crash in the market.
Well, be aware, but also be careful not to get too caught up in all of the variations on this book. There's a blue hologram version. There is a gold label version. There is a black and white version. Yes, there are other versions that could be a little bit pricier, but you know, it's okay. It's okay to go and want to buy books because of what we just saw on the show, but just, you know.
Yeah.
It's a digging book. It's a digging book. It's a fun digging book.
No, you're going to lose between $14 and $19 on this book.
But it's fun to dig for if you find it for a couple bucks.
And good job for all you 200 plus people. Congratulations. Good on you.
It's going to give you something you can post on IG. Say, hey, man, look what I got.
Look what I got. Lie, say you got $1 bin after you paid $15 for it. Yeah, we know how that rolls. Yeah. We see IG. Actually, I don't.
Nothing wrong with that. Check IG. Which leaves us with our final book.
And our number one.
And our last book of the day, number one. It's back again. Blood Hunt, number one. The Red Band edition, 1 in 25.
Explicit.
Homage to Crime Suspense Stories 22. Yes, we had this on the list last week. It was selling pretty well, but not this well. The price has risen with another 60 sales on the variant. It's averaging over $200 now. $200 for this 1 in 25 with a high of 287.
We kind of talked about last week if this was something that was going to be a 1 weeker and then start to come down, or if it was going to do the complete opposite, like one of the homages of the homage that this is already homaged off of the other homage. The Wolverine Sabretooth homage is the one we're talking about. And it looks like it's having similar trajectory towards that homage, not some of the other homages that didn't homage it as well as that homage.
Again, it's a ratio of the Red Band, so that limited.
Yeah, that limits
would be there as well.
I'm not sure how many stores did get like the Red Bands. Like
they might have at least
60, at least 61. Yeah. At least 61. That's a lot.
And this was also polybagged. Like this is polybagged like the regular Red Band. So even the incentive is bagged up with this
warning.
Warning. It's explicit.
Good for it. That's another one. Good for it. Good for you.
I think the other incentives of the other issues are going to be red band also. So you might as well collect the whole set. Just saying.
Oh boy, John, you know how much?
Yeah, I know there's at least one more. I know there's at least one more of kind of the EC style.
Well, there's. I think I saw 2 and 3 at least. I don't know what the covers.
I just saw 4 today.
Yeah, but 2 and 3 I saw.
I missed issue 1 of this. Is the story any good so far? Or I know it just started, but
it's all right.
Like, I'll be honest, seeing that every single title has a blood hunt attached to it really pushes me away from wanting to.
Yeah, well, you don't need to read all the.
You don't have to read any of them.
All 59 in the event.
Yeah, I'm like,
so far, don't read the extra stuff.
Yeah, you don't have to. Right, you don't have. This is like let's see, but they're trying to push just the main storyline again in this. So let's see if just reading the main storyline will work. I would suggest that, especially Dracula sucked. The titles are not that great.
So far, of what I read, tied in, like the Vengeance of Moon Knight lead-in with number 5 was pretty good to lead you into Blood Hunt 1. Outside of that, I haven't read any other tie-ins that you need to read.
Yeah, I read some of the other tie-ins you don't need to read.
I think Doctor Strange is he's supposed to read Doctor Strange after this.
Yeah,
Doctor Strange.
There's a check. There's a checklist.
I want to know what happens there.
Yeah, there's a checklist of 600 books in there. But
I don't want any part of this.
I believe they have the 19 books that are coming out in May of that checklist first.
Yeah, no.
So. It's ridiculous.
Well, we'll let you know. Tune into TAC because we'll be reviewing Blood Hunt 2, and if we're lost, then we'll just give up on it. So there you go.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. But that was our list. So make sure you guys all stick around for the qualified starting as soon as we're done here. What are you guys doing today, Joe?
We saw that Stevens train. We're going to take a look at a few other artists and see if that fever can catch some of these other artists that are out there. So,
yeah, you also get the OLI where maybe that Stevens train is still rolling over there. I don't know.
Yep. And like I said, if you would have watched the OLI last week, you would have, you would have caught on.
Got a heads up.
We got a little heads up on we'll be getting something ripped out of them.
But anyway, thanks for stopping by, checking this out. We'll see you all next week. All right.